Look at that light. You see that?
Oh, you said you got a whole system going on.
I mean, I put look.
Oh,
I could change the colors on it.
he got the digital. It's different
Yeah,
now. Okay,
different.
okay,
You
my
gonna
guy,
dig?
my
Rolling
guy.
on
I
that
see
sleep
you. I see
shit.
you. All right, all right, all right, all right. Everyone, I want to welcome you to uh, The World from Home. This is my show where I will be interviewing some of the most interesting people in the world. I have one of the most talented people that I know. I'm talking about talented, oozing out of his fingers all the way down to his hair. The man is just a genius. None other than MeshMoney. Give it up for MeshMoney. MeshMoney in the building. Mish, how you feeling?
What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm feeling great, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to do a nice little interview.
Hey man, it's happy to hey, we happy to have you. Happy to have you. Mish, I just wanted to, go ahead and, since we just to break the ice, I wanted to ask, have you had a beer today? Everything good?
Have I had a
Everything
beer
sweet?
today? Actually, I didn't have a beer today. I decided that I do not drink during the week. I only
My
drink 3 days
guy.
out the week. Is the weekend. Only time I drink.
Wow. Wow. For
Yeah,
me,
but
that's huge. That's huge. A lot of people don't know, but that's huge, man. That's different. That's
I mean,
different. Cause
yeah,
you gaining weight, you look different. You look healthy, man. You look good, man. You look like
yeah.
you're
I
doing a
gained
lot,
about
man.
10. I gained about 10 on me.
Okay,
You know.
okay, okay. All right, can you? A lot of people don't know you. Mish Money. You can look that up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Uh, Mish Money. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Well, I'm MeshMoney. It's my stage name. I'm an artist as well. I'm a producer, singer, writer, composer. You know, everything that got to do with artistry, I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Mm,
I'm from Israel.
okay,
I've been around the world a little bit, but I'm mainly born here, raised here in Israel. 30 years old.
okay,
You know,
okay. How was that? How's being in Israel? What is that like?
psst, man, it's easy. It's good. I
Yeah,
like
it's easy.
Israel. Israel is a very interesting country. It's a dope
Mm,
country to live in. You know, I feel kind of free down here.
mm. Okay, why you say that? What will make you say free? What will make you use the word free?
I mean, just like when it comes to like time and just moving around at certain times, and with life, nothing here is like really pressure, and what I'm saying,
Mm,
dangerous, and you don't have to think so much when you just walking around or being around here in the country, in this country.
okay. Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back with Mish
Yes,
Money.
sir. Yes, sir.
Cash.
Yeah,
Uh,
buddy.
I wanted to know. I wanted to know. For the people who are unfamiliar and may not know uh, your musical journey, like your music journey. Because right now you say you're 30. You're 30 years old at the moment. So
Yeah.
how can you stay passionate and dedicated to music? Music is such a hard business. How could you stay dedicated to music for so long? And who are some of your inspirations from young that caused you to actually take this music journey that you're on?
Well, look, it is hard. It ain't easy. It's a hard journey. I've been doing music since maybe 10 years old is when I really, really like started liking it and trying to get into it. And from
Mm,
there, I just, I fell in love with it real hard. I started, trying to make beats, and, I was in choirs and watching a lot of people do music as well, where, would just kept giving me motivation and speaking to me about it. And once I knew, I feel like I had it, like everybody say, like you just got it. It's in you.
mm,
Once I felt like I
mm.
had it in me, and I got serious about it, then I didn't want to stop. I fell in love with the music. So it be times that I'll be thinking like, whoa, but I get past them. I find some motivation, from a lot of artists that I listen to, that I've listened to since I've been young too. Like you got Michael Jackson, you got Stevie Wonder, you got a lot of artists I could bring up, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Some of the greats.
Some of the great ones, those inspirational people who I listen to and also help me as now when they get to them hard times, because it's real hard in this business with money and just people. It's a dirty game, and everybody can find themselves at that hard spot in the music industry. But like I said, I found fun stuff, and I found a bunch of things to keep my mind off of the hard stuff, and I just keep going. Like, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm good at. This is what I'm 100% good at. You know what I'm saying? So I just, every day I find something good to just motivate myself even more. All
right, give me 1 second, Mish. Give me 1 second. Let me pause this 1 second. All right. Back rocking with MeshMoney, Cash, DGR Entertainment. Go check them out right now on all social media platforms. Mish, that was real interesting what you said, and I wanted to kind of pick at that because it's weird, it's weird. How were you influenced by these artists growing up in Israel? I mean, it's a country where there's, basically people who speak in Hebrew, a different language. Most of the population is Caucasian or European. So how did you stay connected to those roots of being able to do or listen to those sounds that you mentioned, Stevie Wonder, those type of artists, Earth, Wind, and Fire, etc.?
Well, my parents are American. So, of course, at home, ever since I was young, my parents listened to these artists as well. That was some of the music that was always played in my house. You know what I'm saying? Even goes back to jazz, you know what I'm saying? Miles Davis and all these kind of people was playing. So I was listening to them like mostly my whole childhood, even though I am living in a country to where it's a different language, as well as some of their music here too as well, I listen to as well. But, from my roots, from my blood, and my bloodline is American. So that's the kind of music that I take on. That's my type of style of music anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So
do you feel more American than Israeli?
Look,
how do you judge the two? How do you feel? When you look in the mirror, do you feel like you're Israeli or do you feel like you're an American?
I grew up here. I was born here. I know the language. I speak it as well. But just me as a person, you can just tell. You can just see. And, even when I speak today, the language, I don't speak it, 100% as well, even though I know it 100%. I don't speak it 100%. But and like ever since I was young, it was always English. I had an English background, you know what I'm saying? Everything was mostly American, you know what I'm saying? From that culture. So I take on more of American than actually being an Israeli, I know their whole culture and everything, but my persona, my attitude, my music, you know what I'm saying? Everything about it is American. And of course it's in English too, so yeah.
Okay. But you have a more, most people don't know, a lot of people wouldn't know, you have a more cultural background. Like, you come from a group of people who left America and went back to Israel to establish a community there called the Hebrew community, Hebrew Israelite community. How do you tie into that community? Does your music tie into that community? And how do you, as feeling, or you're hearing this music that your parents are playing and you're hearing these sounds but these are not the same sounds. Are these the same sounds you're hearing in the community?
Well, like I said, being born here and raised here, and my background is definitely, a part of I was raised a part of the community as well. So of course I know all the music from the community as well. And I don't even know how to say it. Like, the sounds, mainly the sounds and everything, like I said, is definitely American. And yeah, I've got all type of music. I don't have no certain, you can't really categorize me like that. I can do
Mm,
anything. So I've tried this type of music. I've tried doing music, as far as with like less profanity and for a different style for a different type of person. So I've
mm-hmm,
tried everything, you know what I'm saying? When it
mm,
comes to sounds and musically, I don't have you can't really sit me in a box like that. I'm willing to try anything if the music sound good, if it's fun,
mm,
and the community. I might not like everything as far as the music that comes from
mm,
the community that the place where I was born from and
mm,
raised from, but I do connect to some of the artists from the community and listen to some of the music, and I work with artists in the community as well. So
mm.
all that's connected. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, very good, very good. I just heard you say something, willing to do anything, to make it happen. So when you say willing to do anything, you were on a show, I think it was called The Voice Israel, The Voice,
The X Factor Israel
The X
first season.
Factor. Okay, X Factor,
Yeah.
X Factor Israel. How was that experience? What did that experience teach you? What did it show you about the country, and what did it show you about yourself as an artist?
Well, when did I do that show? I did that show, I think I was 22, 21, probably
Okay,
about 6, 7 years ago, something like that, I think. And I
okay,
was in a group called Mirage. Me,
okay,
my younger brother, and two other people who, is my friends. We created
okay,
this group called Mirage. We were doing shows and everything, and we got invited to be on the X Factor Israel on the first season, which is actually was a huge thing. Helped my career a lot. Anyway, that show, of course, it opened up a lot of doors, gave me a little light for my name, for our group name too as well. And the X Factor was just a good experience. I got to meet some amazing people, some different artists, learn a little more about the Israeli culture, as well like that. We didn't win the show or anything, but we got pretty far in it. It was a nice show. It definitely taught me a lot as far as the music industry, and learning the way it works over here in Israel, because here in Israel it don't work like how it works everywhere else. It's a little different when it comes to like signing papers or getting signed or having a
mm,
manager or control of your music. It's a little different over here, but the X Factor definitely gave me an opportunity to shine a little more and get known a little more like that. You could say it like that. It kind of like stretched me out a little more, and it gave me opportunity to get better on the Hebrew language too as well,
mm.
because there
Okay,
have to speak more English. I mean more
right,
Hebrew than
right,
English
right.
like that. Even though on the show we did stuff
In
in
English,
English, but just
right.
mainly speaking to people and learning backstage and other people so we can understand each other. Then there's a lot of Hebrew going on. It's a nice little
Okay,
show.
okay, okay. So you are a music producer. You are
Yeah.
a writer, lyricist. You are a mix and master. You can do all of these things. So you create your own sound. How is it? How do you feel? How does it feel to be able to create your own sound? And what sounds are you inspired from that you're taking from, I would say, from the nature or sounds that you heard from the past or something that inspires you to, when you're making a beat, when you're creating a sound for yourself, what are you looking for? What's inspiring you, and what are you looking for to actually generate that sound?
Um, it's really unexplainable because it's really just a feeling.
Mm,
You have millions of sounds, and even though you might hear a good sound, maybe you might not know how to make a beat with it or do something with it. But I mean, how I make it, I just go off of feeling. If the sound give me a feeling, then that really helps me a lot when it comes to my creation.
mm,
Cause
mm,
I could listen to millions of sounds all day and I could just be like, ooh, I like that, I like that, I like that.
mm,
But it would be that one sound that I would hear, and then from there it just easy work from there. You know, it took a long time for me to find my sound because I was always, you know, copying and listening to a lot of other people, like listening to how they make their tracks, and I was just really just mimicking, trying to teach myself, but I wasn't creating my own sound at that point. But then once I started like less listening to trying to make something like somebody else, I started just taking advice, more of kind of advice, like, and everybody said the same thing, you know, try to create, you got to be creative with it. So I just get creative with it, and like mainly I like the new artists, you know what I'm saying? I listen to old music as well too, but I like some of the newer artists. You know, you get like you got the Tanks, you got the Tyrese, you got, you know, you got all the new rappers and all that stuff right now. So I take a lot from them as well when it comes to sound. You know, that's the sound that pretty much a lot of people listen to today and buy and, you know, support. So I take a lot from the new sound of today, really. And here and there I might tap into something old, play around with it, and just create it and make it my own, you know.
Okay, okay. Because I'm listening, been listening to your music and listening to everything. Again, you can hear MeshMoney on all platforms right now, streaming MeshMoney. Get them right now. But I'm listening and I can't figure it out. I can't figure. Are you a rapper who sings, or are you a singer who raps? Like, what do you classify yourself? Are you a rapper who sings, or are you a singer who raps? What would you say to that?
I know you know the answer to that question, but I would still say it because I got music with you. But yeah, like I said, I'm really pretty much I can't be categorized like that. But I've always been a singer. When it comes to singing, I've always been like more on singing. But you know, as I've learned through the years, and really, like you said, like I said, finding my sound and getting more deep into into my creativity, then, you know, you can just say I'm like a rap singer, because I would take like a rap hook. I would take like a rap hook and then probably sing it. You know, like the way I would write it or even come up with it is going through my head, like probably rapping sometimes, like mostly. So I would take that and just sing it with the kind of voice I have. Like I don't have like a singer voice, but you know, I have a nice tone. I could sing and everything, but it's kind of like rap sing, you know. Then sometimes I might just sing all the way and not rap with it a little bit. But most likely you can just say like I'm a singer slash rapper. You know what I'm saying? Just put that together. I rap sing. You know?
So you rap sing. Okay. Oh, so the rap comfort. Okay. I just wanted to make sure the rap. Okay. Rap comfort. Rap sing. Okay. Bet. Okay. I wanted to go into a little history because you come from a very talented background that a lot of people may not be familiar with. But your mother, she directed one of the biggest dance theaters that Israel had to produce, that traveled almost all around the world doing shows. Your father is a musician as well, who plays several instruments and sings as well. So how does that influence your life as a child? These movements, because these people are never in one place. As you know, as an artist, you are always constantly moving. So you're kind of a traveling child, kind of moving around from place to place with these talented parents, kind of putting on shows. How does this affect your life? And what do you think about that?
I mean, if they wasn't doing that, I probably wouldn't have all the talent I got today. But I mean, having those experiences, you know, it taught me a lot. I learned a lot from seeing my mother, you know, travel all around the world and do these shows. You know, it's not easy. You know, you have to come up with all of this stuff on your own. So that kind of helped me when it comes for me traveling and going to do shows myself. I get experience with that as a child. So I've seen it. I've been around it. I've been on planes and had nights where I ain't sleep and all type of stuff like that. So that kind of helped me with that position. And you know, my dad, of course, that helped me the most, from him being growing up being a bass player. You know, currently now he practicing and been playing saxophone for a couple of years, and piano, and as well a singer. who was also a singer here in the community. So that helped me out a lot when even when it comes to my creation. You know, I could always call my dad and be like, "Yo, what you
Because
think
he's a
about this?"
writer.
Or
He's a writer.
yeah,
He
so
write
he
plays and scripts. So
yeah,
lyrics and coming up with songs and
yeah.
yeah.
Even though he's like kind of old school, I still send him my stuff today. Some
Mm,
of it he might not understand it like that, but he know music, so he'll tell me like, "Yo, you can change the bass like this and make it more real, or you can change this line or switch it like this." So even from a child, what seeing that every day, growing up and seeing that, and you know, getting taught the same kind of lessons from your father is a big help because he right there in the house with you. So he teaching me every day, and I'm just watching him, learning myself, just watching him do stuff and seeing all these old artists and listening to the music he was playing. So you know, it helped me a lot in my career as now. You know.
That sounds it's good. It's good. I wanted to ask about your name because a lot of people, you know, you speak to people and their names, you know, and a lot of people's names don't have a meaning or don't have any significance. What does Meshayl mean? Everybody who know you, of course, we call you MeshMoney. But what does Meshayl actually mean? And when you say that name, what does that carry? What weight does you think that carry?
Man, look, MeshMoney. When I first came up with the name, matter of fact, I'm still like this. I had plenty of names coming up. I didn't even know what the name was gonna be. It was easy. It was all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But my real name, Meshayl, it means a gifted speaker and the one who all loves. But my
Can you say
my
that
stage
again for
name,
the people? Can you say that again for the people just one more time?
Meshayl, it means a gifted speaker and the one who all loves.
Mm.
You know, so yeah, I mean, coming up, I just took my name, half of my name. You know, I just took Mesh and then just added money on there. And to be honest, I didn't even know what Mesh meant, like bad self. So, but I was always MeshMoney, MeshMoney, MeshMoney once I came up with the name. Until one day, you know, I sat down and said, man, let me look up Mesh because I know what money means. So let me look up Mesh. So I went and looked up what, you know, actually Mesh means, you know, and it means somebody who bring in a short kind of way, it means somebody who bring like good energy to them, bring in a lot, you know, and a person who just like, you know, stay motivated and you know, stay on one thing, you know what I'm saying? So I took that after I read and I kind of understood it. Then I was like, okay, I really want to keep the name now because MeshMoney, and you know, Mesh with me, I want to bring in, you know, of course, money, but not in a way to where I just want to be rich or something like that. It's just like that comes with the blessing of doing what I do. So why not call myself MeshMoney, a person who, you know, who's striving to be something great right now, and then just add the money on there just for the gift. You know what I'm saying?
My
So
God, my
MeshMoney is the
God,
name.
giving the ladies the gift. Hit them up, MeshMoney, Mesh Cash, Mesh. I wanted to ask you a question.